You know, there are a number of courts throughout the world that I'm wanting to really get to know. Yes. And I know that the Court for Divorce and Matrimonial Causes, yes. The Judicature Act of 1873, yeah. The Court for the Correction of Errors, jurisdiction to review a lower court, yeah. Court of Relief of Insolvent Debtors, yes. Bankruptcy Act of 1861, yeah. The Court for the Trial of Impeachments, yeah. A tribunal empowered to try government officer, yes, or other person brought before it, by the process of impeachment. The U.S. Senate and the British House of Lords have this authority, as do the upper houses of most state legislatures, also termed impeachment court. Yes, court of impeachment. Now, what I didn't really realize, yes, as that most states have what is known as state legislatures, yes, that have the same authority, yes, as the Senate of the United States of America. Now, let's say I went through the British House of Lords. Why don't you get me every employee that happens to be a sworn oath to the crown? Yes, as well as the United Kingdom. That happens to be making any of the laws of that great nation. Queen Mom. I'm going to have to sue your British House of Lords. Now, the U.S. Senate, yes, has the availability of hearing impeachment processes. Yes. And more recently, I've heard a little talk about this on the news. Yeah. But I wanted to mention that I emailed a lot of state legislatures. Oh. And quite possibly, yes, the Senate and the House of Representatives does know, yes, how I did not give consent for my sons to be taken, yes, because of my wife's simulation of being a victim of domestic violence, and then her refusal to acknowledge the obligation to inform the court of the stipulation. Now, for the individuals employed in the Senate, yes, that are just going to go after the president, I'm going to want to sue you first. Ouch. You know, it makes it difficult to impeach any president, yes, when you yourselves are in court, yes. And then there's a question of impeaching those in the actual Congress. Yeah. So, not to be mean to those elected to Congress, yeah. hmm But you could shut up. Now, why don't you get me all the employees of the Congress, yes, that do know that I didn't consent for my wife to take my son. I know I did email you. Yeah, I did. Yes. And it makes it difficult. Just, I know you're saying I support the president. You know what I do support? Yes, I support the removal of the whole United States Congress. Yes, because you're a bunch of idiots. That's what I support. The removal of the Congress of the United States. Now, it makes it very difficult to you being able to speak to your constituency, yes, when you yourselves are being impeached from office. Now, could you get me the state legislatures? Oh, because I emailed this state legislature, yes, what could be hundreds of times, yes, of numerous crimes and frauds, yes, and they seem to think they can be in office. Now I'm going to want the trial of impeachment for myself. Now, courthouse steps, court. Ooh, the figurative location of a settlement negotiation that occurs shortly before trial commences, regardless of the political court Lee. Federal court responsible for receiving frank pledges. Notices of criminal accusations. Court martial. Ooh, a commitment formed. Oh, it's a committee formed for the purpose of carrying out a martial. Yes, or martial law. Oh, oh, the ad hoc, the BCB special court martial. No, I know general court martial, special martial, a summary court martial, and a court martial order. A written order containing the result of a court martial. You know, the court. Well, for the idiots, yes, that are employed in the Congress, I think you think you're special. You're special.